Yo, yo, yo. What up, family? What up, friends? Man, glory be to God. Man, it's a beautiful day out here, man. Sun shining. Just a little bit of rain, but, nothing we can't get through. You know what I mean? Yeah, man, I wanted to jump back on here, man, and, just kind of piggy up off my last short, man. Hey, man, I don't know if y'all watched the last short, man. Shout out to those who did, man. Follow, like, subscribe. Remember, man, it costs nothing to hit that like button. It costs nothing. $0, y'all. $0 to hit that subscribe button. That's if you hear something you like, or you just want to be nice, man, to a nice guy. But yeah, man, last video, bro, this had to be Thursday, I think it was, man. I was just feeling out of it, y'all. I was feeling out of it, man, and that's just one of the other sides of this thing, man. So I like to be fully transparent with y'all, man. I like to be completely vulnerable with you guys in real time, so y'all can just, tune in with me, man. See this thing, this life be lifing, man. And, most of the times I'm real motivated, y'all. Real motive, high positive energy, vibrating high frequency, man. But I don't know, it just takes one thing, man, one little thing, and it'll throw you off, man. I caught myself in my thoughts like I'm always do. I'm a big overthinker, when I tell you what happened, man. I was, like I said, I've been here for a while. I've been without a car, like I was telling y'all, man. I've been walking, catching the bus, remaining humble, practicing humility. When I was talking to a good friend of mine, man, a good friend of mine that I met since I've been here, man. It was like a mentor to me, man. He's like a brother, he's like family. I call him my uncle, y'all. I call him my NA adopted uncle. And I respect his opinion. I respect what he says. I do what he says, and he was just, we were talking about, maybe me purchasing a car, because I've been saving up a couple dollars. I got a couple dollars saved up. And, I'm wanting to get me a vehicle, y'all. I'm tired of walking, man. I'm tired of catching the bus, and plus I want to be able to move around Jacksonville, man. It's a big city. It's a lot of stuff to do out here, man. And I want to see what these food places got, you know what I mean? One thing I be doing now, man, since I'm clean and serene, I like to eat, you know what I mean? And, I like to eat, man. I like to enjoy my food, so I don't mind spending a couple of dollars by eating, man. And, yeah, so that's my thing, man. Eating, meetings, church, reading, and working, bro. You know what I mean? It's like my whole life right now. And coming on here chopping it up with y'all, man, definitely the highlight of my week, And, I was chopping it up with him, man, and he was talking about, a guy at a car dealership, and he couldn't get in touch with the guy. The guy's from like Trinidad or something. He went out of town. My mentor, my NA uncle, he's Jamaican, and his buddy is from Trinidad, so he'll go out of town, out the country or whatever, and visit family and friends, which, was a blessing, and I'm happy for him. But, I just kind of caught myself, in my feelings about it. Not about him leaving, but about, just in my head, like, dang, man, I'm, because, not so much of thinking, I guess so much of thinking that, I'm like, dang, I'm about to get this car, and I'm hyped up about it, and it just felt like a setback to me. Like, man, every time I'm trying to do something, it never falls through, and I can't get ahead, and I start just having a onslaught of these negative thoughts, y'all. Like, and that's how your disease will kick in, man. Your disease will use any hole, any opening, to try to get you into a pattern of negative thinking, and to try and get you back into a routine of addiction and using, you know what I mean? And which is the thing that I've been learning, y'all, with this working the 12-step program, and just trying to do this recovery deal, and man, and get me in that cycle of depression and feeling inadequate and feeling like I'm stagnant or not moving, and I was in my head about it, y'all, and I just started having all these thoughts like I'm not getting nowhere, and I ain't got no support, and man, I'm tired of walking, I'm tired of catching the bus, and I was just in a state of getting the yucks, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, man, it just got on me real bad. I'm at work, but I got on my lunch break. I reached out to a good brother of mine, and he brought me back to reality. He's like, man, look, Jamar, man, what were you doing? What were you doing 6 months ago is what he said. What you doing? Were you working? I'm still kind of frustrated, real frustrated. So he started asking, are you working right now? I'm like, yeah. Do you have money saved? Were you working 6 months ago? I'm like, no. You know what I'm saying? And he's like, do you have money saved up in the bank? I'm like, yeah. Did you have money saved in the bank 6 months ago? I'm like, no. You know what I'm saying? He's like, and he started asking me all of these questions, getting me to kind of focus on gratitude, and he was like, do you have somewhere to stay? Do you have a roof over your head? Are your children okay? You got your license. Did you have license 6 months ago? No, you know what I mean? And I'm like, okay, bro, I get it. You know what I'm saying? Now I get what you're saying. And, you know what I mean? And he's like, look, brother, you're doing good, man. You are doing good just in 90 days, bro. You got your license. You know what I mean? You never had license in your whole life. You know what I mean? You got a job. You're making it to work every day, even if it is on the bus. You're getting to work every day. You haven't missed a day of work. They're about to bring you on permanent. You're about to be out of the temp agency. You got a permanent position ahead of you. You got money saved up. Your children are doing okay. I had to realize that, and these are normally things that I focus on, but it only takes one situation for the disease, man, to just slip in and try and alter your way of thinking, because your disease wants you dead, man. The disease is cunning, baffling, and insidious, y'all. You know what I mean? This disease is incapable of letting you have a good thought, man. It's incapable of it. It don't want to see it. You know what I mean? And that motherfucker doing push-ups, man. The cleaner you get, the stronger you get, you know what I mean? And getting clean, man, your disease is in the back doing push-ups. You know what I'm saying? He waiting, bro. You know what I mean? He wants you to go off. He wants you to get into that rhythm of, man, I'm not having a good day, I want to drink, or I want to use whatever your DOC is, drug of choice. And yeah, it's just sitting there in the cut, like, you know what I mean, just waiting for one bad thought. If that disease can plant one thought in your head, bro, you know what I mean, and make you go off the radar, make you go, just even if it ain't drugs, get you to smoke some weed, or you know what I mean, or get you to drink, and drag you back into cocaine, or crack cocaine, or fentanyl, or heroin, whatever. That thing just want to see you, you know what I mean? Even if it can just get you thinking negatively, bro, that thing is all right. So it's, just peeping the signs of how this disease operates, man. And I'm just so grateful to have a network and good brothers I can reach out to, man, to recenter me, and kind of to recenter me and ground me, man, and help me to focus on what is important and the fact that I am doing good, and just like 90 days ago, I had none of this stuff. I think I'm at like 103 days or something, so, you know what I mean? And I think like right at this time when I got 103 days last time I did the deal, bro, I went back out, bro. I started getting back fucked up, you know what I mean? got put out of the sober living house that I was living in, moved into this hotel, but I started getting high immediately. You know, and that wasn't a good look, that wasn't a good thing, man, and I definitely don't want to see that happen again. You know, I am in a good place. You know, I do got a nice thing going on mentally. I do have a nice network of people, man, and I would hate to let anyone down, even myself, but even more than myself, you know, the people that's counting on me, you know, the people that believe in me, you know, my children, you know, everything that I work for, man, it could all go away so fast. And that's the thing with this thing, y'all, man. It's an everyday process, man. Even if you ain't motivated, you know what I mean, you're going to get in them slumps and you're going to go through these emotional roller coasters. But the most important thing is just don't pick up, man. Just don't pick up, man. You know, a lot of people work their program different, man. And, you know, like I always say, man, recovery is tailor-made. You know, I mean, mine might not look like yours might not look like mine, and that is okay. You know, just keep coming back, getting the medicine, bro, and getting what we need to, you know, just stay successful in what we doing, you know. Yeah, man, so I went through it, man, but I mean, as far as today, man, mentally, I feel good. Physically, you know, mentally, I 1 to 10, probably about an 8, you know. Physically, probably about an 8 as well. Spiritually, probably 8, 9, you know what I mean? So I'm vibrating high right now, high frequency, you know, high energy. I don't know about high energy, I just woke up, but, you know, my energy is good. You know, man, I'm in a good place overall, I feel like, you know, and, yeah, man, it's a beautiful day. It's a good day, man. You know, got off work Friday, came home, well, did some stat work. You know, yesterday, you know, got on the phone with my sponsor. Got up with some friends, man. My homegirl actually did my hair, man. I think it looked pretty good. It's kind of coming out now, so I'll probably take it out here in a minute. Yeah, got my hair cut and all that stuff like usual. But yeah, man, had a great conversation with a friend of mine, man. She's super dope. Yeah, she always pouring into me and, you know, just inspiring me. And, you know, man, I just had a good time, man. We watched TV. And, man, she gave me some food, fed me some lasagna. We made lasagna. And, man, I'm just so grateful for the people that I know and the people that God has blessed and put in my path. You know what I mean? All glory be to God, you know, like 103 days ago, I just didn't see it, y'all. I was so depressed. I mean, I was so in my head, and I still get depressed, you know what I mean? But I'm definitely not where I was 90 days ago, 100 and some odd days ago, or definitely not 6 months ago. 6 months ago, man, I was in North Carolina. I was probably on my sister's couch, you know, just depressed about, you know, and I told you about my last relationship, man, with my ex, you know. She was a very beautiful girl, man, sweet girl, man, but, you know, I took it through a lot, and, you know, we went our separate ways, and it broke my fucking heart, and, you know, a lot of things happened with that, man. Like my brother, I mean, I never forget, bro, it was 2022, but me and that girl was together for about 4 years, y'all, and, you know, my brother has this thing where he likes to sleep with the girls that I'm talking to, you know what I mean? He gets a kick out. He does this shit to everybody, y'all. He's fucking insane, bro. You know what I mean? And it was my birthday, October 13th. And he come into my house, you know, I got a twin sister. My twin sister's there. Her boyfriend's there, which is a good friend of mine. My younger brother's there. And then my older brother comes in. And, you know, me and this girl that I was dating, we were like just, you know, going through it. Like I say, I was in active addiction. I told her about it. And she assured me that we would work through it, you know what I mean, together. And, you know, she tried, you know, she did try, man. And she was probably about 10, 12 years younger than me, man. You know, I put a lot on her. I mean, I did a lot for her. But I did put a lot on her, man, especially with that addiction thing. So she was definitely completely incapable dealing with a man of my caliber, you know, and especially an active addiction. I mean, she was very mature for her age, you know what I mean? And we got along great, man. You know what I mean? And I still got a lot of love for this girl. And, you know, but, you know, it just didn't work. Sometimes it's not meant, you know. Now that I look back and think about it, you know, she was really like a distraction, man. But, you know, I told her what I was going through. You know, I felt like I could trust her. And like she told me I could. And, yeah, bro, you know what I mean? She just kept using my addiction against me, bro. She would throw it up in my face. She would, you know, emotionally abuse me about the situation. And, you know, she just started telling everybody she could. I mean, she'd tell her sisters, tell my family. I mean, I told her this shit in confidence, you know what I mean? And I felt like I could trust her, so I felt betrayed when she started doing that. I mean, she trying to tell my homeboys this bullshit, and the people in the neighborhood. Every chance she got, she would try and assassinate my character. Because like I say, y'all, I sold drugs all my motherfucking life. Sold crack, cocaine my whole motherfucking life. And this was my identity. This is how I identified. This is how people knew me. And this is what made me famous, you know what I mean, in my city, you know, neighborhood famous, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, she, oh, that nigga's a crackhead, you know how them girls do. Oh, he a crackhead, you know what I mean? And, you know, I'm playing it all with the bros, you know, when you snorting cocaine. And I know I can't be the only one that's been through this. You know, when your girl don't do cocaine, and, you know what I mean, they want to call you a crackhead and shit. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that lame ass shit. You know what I mean? And, you know, ladies, y'all probably done been through it too. You know what I'm saying? And, but you know, wouldn't nobody believe that shit. You know what I mean? Because like I say, man, I've been doing this shit for 30 years, man. There wasn't nobody trying to hear that. You know what I mean? You know, because of my fruit, you know what I mean? And you know, my status, you know what I mean? And yeah, y'all, and, you know, she did that, and it hurt my daggone feelings that she would, you know, sit there and try to, you know, go back and run her mouth about things that I told her in confidence, however you say that word. And, yeah, man, so, yeah, you know, that hurt me. And then, oh, yeah, like I say, not to get off track, yeah, like, so my brother come in there on my birthday, he like, yeah, where your girl at? You know what I mean? I'm like, bro, you already know, I don't like you asking about no woman I'm dealing with because you're such a motherfucking backstabber. And, you know what I'm saying? You know, and I'm high out my mind. And, you know what I mean? I'm smoking dope all day. It's my birthday. You know what I mean? I hadn't talked to her. We was on the outs. We were arguing. She had already left my house. I'm already feeling like she's cheating on me. You know what I mean? Because she ain't coming home. She done moved out my house, moved back in with her sister. You know, and, yeah, I was hurt about that shit. And, yeah, he like, yeah, man, where your girlfriend at? Where, I don't want to say her name. And, such and such at. I'm like, man, you see she ain't motherfucking here. Why the fuck is you asking about my lady, bro? You know what I'm saying? I know where she at. Man, I gave that bitch $70. She sucked my dick. I bought her a wig and all this other shit because she would be liking to wear wigs. And I'm like, what? I'm like, where the fuck all this happened at? He like, shit, I fucked her. She sucked my dick at Mika house, which is my twin sister. My sister sitting there looking stupid. I ain't saying nothing. Man, my own boy sitting there looking stupid. He ain't. And nobody sitting here saying nothing while this nigga saying this shit. So, you know what I mean? That's, you know what I mean? So I'm hurt. You know what I mean? The first I'm not believing it, but the way nobody's reacting, like, you know what I mean? Like, this shit holds some weight in. You know what I mean? My brother will get his hustle on, and the girl probably will trick off for some damn money. I wouldn't put it past her. You know what I mean? And he ain't see. He looked dead serious, and the way he just came up with the $70 number, and I bought her a wig and shit, because she do like wigs, and Mika ain't saying nothing when he deliberately say that she sucked his dick at her fucking house. You know what I mean? Like, if that shit wasn't true, bro, she should have jumped in and meet and be like, nah, don't be fucking lying on me. You know what I mean? There ain't no shit like that happened at my house, but she sat there and said fucking nothing. My boyfriend didn't say nothing, and he was dead serious. He couldn't wait to say that shit. You know what I mean? He came in my house deliberately on my birthday to ruin my day and to fucking hurt me, bro. He did that shit intentionally. Don't even like that girl. He fucked on that girl and paid that girl for a sexual favor just to deliberately hurt me. Meanwhile, he in a whole live relationship. You know what I mean? You know, and it's the sick shit he do. You know what I mean? And then he'll come back and then try and come back and add, man, I was just saying that shit, bro. I ain't mean it. Man, you was a motherfucking lie. You know what I mean? Stay the fuck away from me, y'all. And I ain't talked to him since. Well, I ain't talked to him. I ain't seen him since. It's been over 3 years ago. And I tell you how good God is. You know what I mean? The very next motherfucking day, the motherfucker gets locked up. The same night probably, geek high out his mind, peeking in his fucking baby mama blind, thinking she cheating on him. And the neighbors call the police and get caught with like 2 ounces of cocaine. You know what I mean? Peeking through his own damn, with his baby mama's window, whoever he's living with at the fucking time. And that's how God is. When you do wrong, that's another reason why I feel like it's true, man. Because God knew, and God seen him do that. And God seek vengeance on his ass. I'm talking about that same night he got locked up. And with them 2 ounces. And why he ain't motherfucking go to prison, I swear to motherfucker, a damn informant. You know what I mean? Because 2 ounces is mandatory trafficking. You know what I mean? This clown only get like 18 months. This nigga never goes to prison, y'all, for more than 18 months, 10 months, bro. I swear the nigga a fucking rat. And that's another reason why I left home. You know what I mean? Because I don't trust his punk ass. And a lot of these motherfuckers are snitches. You know what I mean? But that's a whole another story, y'all. I dive into. And yeah, man, that shit broke my fucking heart. That shit had me smoking crack like a fucking chimney. It broke my heart, you know what I mean? Because I loved that girl. And I asked her about it. She laughing it off. Oh, key, $70. And a wig, that's a cheap ass wig. You know what I mean? Like, bitch, you ain't even defensive or nothing about this shit. You know what I mean? So I know the bitch did the shit. You know what I mean? I know it happened. And you know what I mean? And they throw more icing on the damn cake. Like right before I left, y'all, I'm chilling with my dog, right? Chilling with my homeboy. Go to my homeboy house, he got this girl in there, right? And, you know, I walk in. I don't know this girl from a can of fucking paint, y'all. I do not know this woman. Never met her in my damn life. And she looking at me, you know what I mean? She like, oh, I thought you was Nard. And how she thought I was Nard, I don't know, because I look way better than this nigga. He dark skinned, I'm light skinned, you know what I mean? He taller than me and all kinds, you know what I mean? And but we look nothing alike. I mean, I don't think so. And she like, I thought you was Nard. Like, she explained to her, that's my brother and shit. And she like, oh yeah, your brother ain't shit. Your brother ain't shit. Because he do shitty shit that everybody, you know what I mean? He just does bad business. He a fucking slime ball. And she just proceeded to tell me how he was sleeping with that girl I was talking about. She called her by name. She told me all about the situation. I mean, I don't know this girl from a can of paint. And unless my brother was sitting there telling this girl about the situation, you know, or she seen him with her, you know, I don't understand how else this woman could know that, because my homeboy didn't know nothing about it. I didn't tell him about it. I mean, and she don't even know me. Why would she bring that shit up? And she proceeded to tell me how she seen them together on multiple occasions. You know, multiple occasions. He used to go pick her up, and she said this was going on before my mother even died. This is like when I first met this girl. You know what I mean? My mother died 2020. I think I met her in like 2019. So apparently, according to this girl, he was fucking this girl like the whole time I was with her, while she was living in my house, driving in my car, you know what I mean? All this shit, you know what I mean? So I'm in my head like, wow. And, you know, like right after we broke up, she got pregnant. So this nigga was running around with this girl while she was pregnant, claiming her baby. You know what I mean? Claiming her baby, y'all. Say my sister knew all about it. Say Mika used to be right there with him. You know what I mean? Say Mika knew all of, my sister knew all about it. You know, I met her through my other sister. So apparently my whole family knows about this shit. Nobody wants to tell me. You know what I mean? And they got me looking stupid. This nigga's literally claiming her baby, like, you know what I mean? And the baby, that baby kind of looked like this nigga too, y'all. You know what I mean? And, you know, and another thing, like, she never was the same after I addressed her about that shit. She never acted the same that I did, you know what I mean? Couldn't look me in the eye, like, you know what I mean? Like, totally, and still, no, none of my exes have never just, like, went no contact after we broke up, man. Like, I think she might have reached out once, and I figured, you know what I mean? She couldn't sit around me like that. We even tried to fuck one time. She wouldn't even, you know what I mean? She was unreceptive to that. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I know they did, and you know what I mean? And the thing is, bro, like, people will never tell the truth, bro. And they'd rather lie to your face than apologize. Neither one of them has apologized to it. I mean, about it, never admitted it. But I know it. I mean, because my sister was looking stupid. You know what I mean? I ain't no motherfucking dummy, y'all. And this shit hurt the fucking shit out of me. One of the main reasons I left home, y'all. And, you know, it kept me in active addiction for so long. Man, these people wanted me dead, y'all. They wanted me dead, and they tried, you know what I mean? She tried to get back in my life once, but, you know, ended up blocking me and all kind of stuff. And I'm wondering why. I'm like, but that's exactly why. Because she know what she did, and she don't want to admit to it. And if she know I find out, I'll break her motherfucking jaw. You know what I mean? He won't admit to it because, you know, I break his motherfucking face. You know what I mean? But all these people running around swearing they so fucking tough, and swearing they so fucking loyal, and swearing they so fucking solid. You know what I mean? So watch your family, y'all. Watch your fucking friends, man. Watch the people that you're in a relationship with, y'all. That shit fucking broke me to pieces, man. I still have nightmares about that shit, man. We don't like talking about it, but like I say, man, I fuck with y'all. And, you know, we a community, y'all. We family, man. So, and I'm being vulnerable with y'all. You know what I mean? And I trust y'all. So, man, like, comment, subscribe. If anybody's been through anything like that, man, if y'all made it this far, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, y'all. You know, man. And I definitely appreciate the time and, you know, man, y'all chopping it up with me, man. But let me know what y'all think about that. Am I crazy? Am I tripping? I mean, I really like to hear somebody's honest opinion about this thing. You know what I mean? Because, I mean, I still think about this thing. And my brother always trying to reach out since I've been gone. Like I said, I ain't seen him physically since it happened. I tried to talk to him, but every time I try and talk to him, that's like all the fuck I can think about is seeing this girl sucking his fucking dick in my head and fucking her, or that baby could be his. You know what I mean? So, I mean, like I say, man, I gave my life to Christ. I forgive him. But can I forget about it? I just can't. I try, but I can't, man. It's all I can think about. And he hasn't apologized. You know what I mean? Even if he didn't do it, you know, he deliberately said it intentionally to fuck with me when I was going through the hardest time of my life. You know what I mean? I was going through a breakup. I just lost my mother. I'm on probation. I'm doing, like, that was the wrong fucking time to be playing a joke if that was a fucking joke. And if that's your fucking joke, I don't want to be around you, bro. It's not funny. You know what I mean? And I just can't be around that shit. I just can't be around them, y'all. You know, and like I say, and then how God stepped up and locked his ass up, you know what I mean? And then how he got out, you know, he's only getting 18 months for 2 ounces, y'all. You know what I mean? You do the math. You know, but I no longer live that life. I'm no longer in the fucking streets. So what the fuck they doing up there, they can have it. You still paying the girl for sex. You know, I hate her for the nigga that she with because she a fucking habitual cheater and a liar, you know what I mean? And, you know, having sex for money, she'll sleep with your brother, you know what I mean? And, you know, I just wish her the best, whatever. And then his fucking baby mom went and married him. I don't know why she married this dude. The dude is just a habitual cheater. Like, it's fucking disgusting. Like, I don't know what she thinks. She's a nice girl. I mean, all the pieces of shit get the nice women. I'm sitting here single than a bitch. You know what I mean? I don't get it, y'all. Yo, I swear I don't fucking get it. You know what I mean? I think I'm a pretty good looking guy. You know what I mean? I'm a pretty nice guy. I know how to treat a lady. You know, but, you know, it's just not my time right now, man. You know, God got me where he want me, and, you know, I've been in this isolation season for a while, y'all. And it's finally getting a lot, I don't know if I want to say easier, but, you know, it's not as hard to deal with. I mean, like I said, when I first started going through the spiritual awakening that I'm going through, which is what I identify with as what I'm going through. Yeah, man, like I say, I had my own house. I had my own car, bro. Like I say, I was doing good in the street, you know what I'm saying? Until, like I say, the police kicked in my fucking door. You know what I mean? I was up, you know what I mean? I was up, y'all. I was up. I was bothered. I was doing my thing. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, everything just came crashing down. They were saying that they had a confidential informant, which now that I think about it, probably was that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Cause like I said, everybody I've been dealing with for years, and you know they had no specific amount of what they said they had, this so-called informant got from me. And if it was one of the people I deal with, bro, y'all would have had me. You know what I'm saying? They would have had years and years of motherfucking sales. You know what I mean? Cause I've been dealing with my folk for years. You know what I mean? One thing about me, I do good business. You know what I mean? And you know, great customer service. You know what I'm saying? And so you know, you would have had years and years of a violation, kind of violation, you know. And they didn't have that. My lawyer actually said that she thought I could have beat it. She said the case was stale, but you know, just in my head, like I said, my mother had just died. All this happened last October 2020. Like I said, my mother died October 9th. You know, and my birthday was October 13th. Her birthday was October 16th. We buried her on her birthday. And man, I was just going through it, so I really was just out of it, man. I remember I was in the bed with my homegirl when I got the call, man. And, you know, my sister called me. You know, we rushed over there. She was already at the hospital, man. And, you know, and her brothers came down from Baltimore, and you know, it was just a fucked up time, man. I really didn't feel like hustling. I just hated my life. You know, I was going through it with this girl that I was with. I was telling y'all about. You know, man. And like I said, I wasn't perfect. You know what I mean? But I would have never fucked her. Never fucked her fucking sisters. You know what I'm saying? I definitely was cheating. But yeah, I would have never slept with her damn sister. You know what I mean? Shit crazy, y'all. And but yeah, so I was just getting high back to back, and people was working on my house like this during this time, so it was crazy, man. It was crazy, man. And they ended up kicking in my door like 9, 10, because I remember I stayed in jail for like 9 days before I made bail, and when I got out of jail, it was Halloween. And me and that girl that I was dating, I ended up seeing her at a friend's house, and so she ended up calling me or something because my mama had passed. And because we was on the outs. And man, it was just, I don't know, it's really a mind fault, man. I'll talk about it on another day when I can really recollect. But, you know, well, yeah, that's another main reason why I left, man. That girl that told me that shit, man. And, yeah, and my brother be trying to reach out. And, you know, he never wants to say nothing about it. You know what I mean? Last time I told him what that girl said. Nah, boo, we can call her on 3 ways. I'm going to call her on 3 ways. Watch, I'm going to call her. Keep in mind, that call has never come. You know what I mean? That's how I know, man. You know, sometimes you ain't got to know something to know something, bro. You know what I mean? And I definitely feel like they did that shit, bro. And they're probably still doing it. And, you know, and it is what it is, you know. I mean, I done stepped out. I left because I definitely couldn't be around it, because I definitely hurt that fool about that shit, because I still feel some kind of way about that shit, man. I loved that girl. I still got a lot of love for her. And like I said, I got a lot of love for him too. You know what I mean? So when two people that you fucking love the shit out of conspire against you to hurt you, like neither one of them probably even give a fuck about each other, but they common thread was trying to hurt me. You know what I mean? You see how people will go up against you. You know what I mean? Will find the only thing that they will have in common is that they don't like you. And that's what they will build a relationship off of. Excuse me, y'all. And it's crazy, you know what I mean? That's when you know you're powerful, and that's when you know you're chosen, you know. And when shit like that happens, so yeah, I ended up going through that shit with her, going through that shit with my brother. You know, just falling out with all my friends and just random people trying to start shit with me. You know what I mean? So I lost my apartment, ended up wrecking my fucking car. You know what I mean? I couldn't keep a job. I'm in active addiction. You know, doing a drug that I vowed I would never do, never thought about doing, or none of that shit, man. And, you know, God was just putting all these heavy things on me. I lost my mother, you know, just falling out with my family and friends, and just nothing's working out. You know, and these are like signs of the spiritual awakening. These are like signs of the chosen, and God, you know, breaking you all the way down, you know, to kind of build you up. you know, and build a new character in you, you know what I mean? Because I definitely don't believe that God wanted me to do what I was doing for the rest of my life, you know, even though I was cool with it. That's what I'm telling y'all, man. Like, this what I'm doing right now, even speaking to y'all, bro, this is definitely divine. This is God, but it's not me. It's not me, y'all. This is the Most High doing this, y'all. Like, and I feel so strongly about it. I don't know where He's taking me with it, where He's taking us with it. But I mean, it's not me, y'all, bro. Like, if I had it my way, I would still be living the life I was fucking living. So, you know what I mean? I never saw this at 40 years old. You know, I thought I would have been fucking Frank Lucas by now. You know what I mean? Frank Matthews. You know what I mean? But that didn't work. You know, wow, did I ever think I would be in Jacksonville? No, I wanted to move to the mountains. You know what I mean? And duck off in the woods, get me a little cabin. It's where I wanted to go and do recovery, but, you know, God seemed fit to send me south, you know, and send me here. You know, I'm still trying to figure out why, y'all. You know what I mean? I like it here, you know, and when you think back, like, even like this time last year, I didn't have no idea that I would be here. Like I said, my thoughts was I wanted to go to Asheville, y'all. Like I tell y'all, I'm from North Carolina, from Winston-Salem. I wanted to go to that, it's a spot called First Farm at Blue Ridge, or First Blue Ridge Farm. It's a treatment program they got up there at Asheville. That's where I wanted to go. I couldn't get in. I didn't have insurance. You know, so I went to Turning Point in South Carolina, the detox center that I was at. In Asheboro, North Carolina, they said I could go to, they would send me to South Carolina. I just wanted to get out of the state, bro. If I couldn't go to Asheville, North Carolina, I just wanted to get out of the states, out of North Carolina, out of the air of North Carolina. And you know, I told them Jacksonville. I did, you know, when I realized I couldn't get to Asheville, I'm like, damn, I want to go do recovery in Jacksonville, because me and my cousin, one of my cousins, I'm gonna say his name, I don't want to say no names on here, but if you ever see this, cause you remember we was talking about going to Jacksonville, but you know, he had different plans, bro. I don't think he was focused on recovery, bro. But that's a whole other story. I don't incriminate nobody, but yeah, he had other plans, but you know, and I'm glad it worked out like it did, cause you know, he would have hindered my recovery as well, and yeah, man, but yeah, God brought me here, y'all. The detox center I was at in Asheboro said that they would get me to South Carolina, Turning Point. So I went down there, Turning Point in Greenville, South Carolina. Met some good people down there, man. Shout out to everybody that I met in South Carolina, man. And met a dope ass chick down there, man. She's super cool, man. We keep in contact through Facebook, man. I was in love with this little motherfucker, man. She was definitely way younger than me, man. But hey, if you ever see this, man, you know you will. But I'm like, I still love you. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, she's super cool though. Yeah, I told her too. She was like, nah, bro, I ain't feeling it. You know what I mean? You're way older than me. Yeah. You know, sometimes I like younger girls, man. Young girls just got a vibe. Especially if you got a vibe. I like grown women too now. I'm definitely into the grown ones, you know what I mean? But yeah, I like them in their 20s sometimes too, man, bro. You know what I mean? I got to stay young. I like them in their 20s. I like all women. You know what I mean? As long as you're grown, I like you, and you can carry yourself like a grown woman, and you got something on your mind. This girl was really in the church, which turned me on, man. She was really in the scripture. It's why I really liked her, you know, if y'all really want to know. But, and she was, you know what I mean, she was beautiful, you know what I mean? And she worked hard, you know, we worked together. And yeah, she was dope, man. She was a vibe. She still is, man. I pray for her all the time, and hope she's doing well. And, you know, had a little clothing brand going on, man. She was real cool. Is real cool. And you know, yeah, man, met some good people down there. So yeah, I ended up down here, man. And you know, God has been blessing me in Jacksonville, man. I'm glad I came, man. I'm grateful for the people that I've met in my life here. You know, just where I'm at today, man. You know, just the moral of the story is, man, it's never as bad as you think it is in your head. And, you know, just, you know, this too shall pass. If you're having those thoughts, you know what I mean, just sit on them, you know what I mean? If you don't know what to do sometimes, just don't do nothing, you know what I mean? And don't pick up, don't use, you know, because one thing we hate to do is just throw it all away. you know, about a feeling, you know, our emotions. And definitely alcohol and substance abuse is not an option, man. It only makes things worse. And, you know, pray on that thing, you know, reach out to somebody in your network and talk about it, man. You know, shared emotions it lessens the impact when you share what's on your mind. You know, it definitely lessens the impact of what you're feeling. Yeah, man, and you know, so to God be the glory, man. Thank you, Holy Spirit, for a beautiful day, man. Just got out of church, man. I came in from church, man. The passed out, ate my lasagna. Man, I went to sleep, y'all. Just woke up, man, and I definitely wanted to jump on here and chop it up with y'all, man. You know, man, I really appreciate anybody who made it to the end of this video. I know it's kind of long, man. Y'all know I just be talking, you know, and I definitely missed y'all. You know, it's good vibes, y'all. Good vibes only. And, man, I appreciate anybody who made it this far, man. I'm not sure if anybody's watching my videos this far to the end. But if you is, man, I appreciate you. I love you, man. We family, man. Drop something in the comments, man. Show some love, please, because I need love, too, man. If you heard something you like, you know, you got any suggestions for me, you know, anything you want to talk about, man, I'm definitely open for it. That's what I'm here for, man. I'm here for you. I'm here for y'all like y'all here for me, man. This is therapeutic for me. You know, this is like my therapy session. You know, I get to come on here and just unpack and unload it. You know what I mean? I hate to put so much on y'all, man, but you know, we a team, man. Ain't no I in team. You know what I mean? We locked in, y'all. You know, I appreciate every one of y'all, man, that's been following me and that's just been watching, even if it's for 1 second, 2 seconds. You know, I appreciate y'all, man. We family, we community, you know what I mean? Let's stick together, you know what I mean? And drop something in the comments, man. Hit the like button, you know, man. Stay prayed up, you know, stay clean, serene, sobering, and y'all, man, have a great, blessed day, man. Get out and do something you like. You know, eat some good food. Talk to some friends. You know, get in touch with family. Get in touch with yourself. You know what I mean? And stay connected to stay protected, y'all. You know, man, ain't nobody told you today, man, I love you, man. You can do it. You a champ. You the blueprint. Show people how to get this thing done. Progress over perfection over progress. Rewind that. Progress over perfection, y'all. You know what I mean? Progress over perfection. You know, you don't have to be perfect, you know, and to get this thing done. Take it one day at a time, one foot before the other. You are loved. God created you on purpose, for a purpose, with a purpose. And Jesus loves you, man. And love yourself at all costs, at all times, man. Stay prayed up, stay blessed, y'all. You know, man, I appreciate y'all rocking with me, man. Peace.